Manual lymphatic drainage, or MLD, is one of the best ways you can perform self-care if you have lymphedema. And while there are a number of fantastic videos online showing you sequences and how to do this, I have noticed that there are some vital components of MLD that are often overlooked or improperly performed in these videos. So I want to make sure we clear up all the issues. So let's take a look at the research. As you can see from the comprehensive textbook, Lymphedema Management, that many clinicians are currently using to get their CLT certifications, it specifically states that a skin stretch is required in order to pull lymphatic fluid into our lymphatic system. Now, if you haven't already watched my video on the basics of the lymphatic system, I suggest you watch that here, because this video goes into a lot of detail about the anatomy to help you understand and visualize why this stretch is so important. Now, this skin stretch is the most important aspect of MLD, whether it's being performed by me, the clinician, or you, the patient at home, or anyone else who might be helping you. Simply sliding across the skin feels really good, and it may stimulate some superficial nerve fibers, and depending on how you're doing it, you may even get a very slight stretch of the skin. But it's actually the release of the skin, or that snap back, that occurs during the resting phase of an MLD stroke that is just as important as the working phase. So let's take a closer look at what I mean. So first, let's just look at a stroke up close. So I always tell my patients this is where we like to see skin wrinkles. Like it or not, I like to see them. So if you can look really close as I stretch my skin in an upwards position, you can just start to see the formation of wrinkles or little skin folds just above my index finger. So super close up. So if we're working on an arm, first we're going to stimulate the lymph nodes in the armpit. I like to just do a little stimulation of the skin. It feels good. And then you're going to push up in order to get a good stretch of the skin. You're going to do that all the way down the length of the arm. And then you're going to move back up the arm, stretching and releasing with each stroke as you mobilize the fluid. You're probably also going to do the underside of the arm. So again, you want to see that nice skin stretch as you clear from the center of the system down to the end of the limb, and then back up, watching the skin wrinkle as you stretch, release, stretch, release. So it's not quite as easy to see on film. So while it might not look exactly like the way you're doing it at home, and it doesn't matter to me which stroke you're doing, what matters to me is that you're getting the stretch and the release of the stroke. So simply stretching up and releasing, stretching up and release, stretch up, release. You can see it's not a big movement. It doesn't have to be big. It has to be effective. Make sure you're doing this correctly. Stretch, release, stretch, release, stretch, release, and then back up. The more you do this, the more you practice this, the easier it will get. I promise you. I hope this video has been helpful. My name is Lisa Berman Sylvestri. I'm a physical therapist and a certified lymphedema therapist, and my goal is to make us all lymph smart.